Silksong is hard. Fortunately, we've got 7 tips that should help you through some of the game's toughest challenges. Number 1, let's start with movement. Swift Step is the dash skill and it will unlock a lot of movement options. Run after a dash is performed by holding the dash button. It's fast, but it could be faster. Here are 2 methods that we think are faster than the run. Method 1 is the jump cancel dash, an air dash that looks like you're riding a horse. Press jump and quickly dash slightly off the ground. When you land, jump again and air dash. Repeat. Method 2 is our preferred method of travel, dash, air dash. Some say this looks like a Temu wave dash. Dash and then hold the dash button to run. While running, jump and air dash and continue to hold the dash button in order to run upon landing. If done correctly, Hornet will run as soon as she lands, allowing her to jump without stopping. Number 2, attack cancels. Cancels are a powerful way to increase your offense and defense. They can help Hornet escape difficult situations or make combat look really cool. Here are the ways Hornet can cancel her attacks. Ground attacks cancelled by jump or dash, dash attacks cancelled by jump or dash, dive attacks cancelled by Hornet needle or dash. Put them together and you have new ways to approach foes or obstacles. Take for instance the dash attack and dash cancel. The dash attack launches Hornet in the air, at which point she can follow up with a backward dash for safety. Dive attacks. The dive attack is a big change. The attack is angled downwards at a 45-degree angle, and for Hollow Knight players used to the old downward pogo attacks, the new angled dive is weird. Muscle memory be damned. Here's a tip to adapt to the new change. Visualize the direction of the dive attack by looking at Hornet's needle. The dive attack moves the direction of the needle tip, but spotting the needle is hard when Hornet pogos off an object and flips in the air. In that case, you want to perform a follow-up dive attack close to the object. This helped us during the ascent to Greymoor, where Hornet was pogoing off all these patchy balls. If you can't get over your old pogo habits, then you could do this. Spoiler warning, get the Crest of the Wanderer or Crest of the Reaper, crests that return the old pogo attack, which we'll talk about later in the video. Number 3, healing. Healing in Silksong works a little differently than in Hollow Knight. You cure 3 masks at once, but at first you can only bank 1 heal. It's fairly easy to understand, but one thing worth pointing out is that you can heal in mid-air. This means you can suspend in the air while you heal, avoiding all ground attacks. Some enemies can still hit you, but in most instances, it's much safer. Number 4, crests. There are 4 crests in Act 1, and we recommend getting all of them. Crests change Hornet's combat style and which charms she can equip, so collecting them is super important. The first crest, the Hunter's Crest, is the one the Hornet starts with. This gives you the angled pogo attack. The other 3 crests are tucked in chapels across the map. The first one you'll likely come across in Greymoor. This one is on the far right side of the map, just above the entrance to Bellheart, or where you will fight Morwing. The Wanderer's Crest will require a simple key. You can pick one up at the merchant in Bone Bottom. From there, make your way to Wormways. There are a couple ways to get in, but use your key and keep heading down. Eventually, you'll come out of Wormways and you can head downward to the chapel. The Wanderer Crest closely mimics the knight from the first game, so if you're tired of Hornet's pogo, this might be a good one to pick up ASAP. The 4th one is the Beast Crest. To get this, you need to make your way through the Hunter's March, but in order to do that, you'll need the float ability and perhaps a needle upgrade. Once you get to the room with the booby-trapped bench, head down through here. Follow this and eventually you'll challenge a beast fly. Kill it and the crest is yours. Also, in case you didn't know, you can disarm this booby-trapped bench by striking this corner and heading into the next room. This will significantly shorten the boss run-back time. The Beast Crest is probably the weirdest. I do not like the pogo attack here, and in order to get health back, you need to activate your heal and then attack enemies. But who knows, maybe this fits your playstyle better. Number 5, currency. Rosaries are the most important currency in Hollow Knight, and there's a lot you need to know about them. First, when you die, you drop all your rosaries. If you die before reclaiming them, they are gone forever. There are some other ways you can save your rosaries though. If you're in a tight position and you have no shame, you can press the start button and quit to menu. This will put you back at a bench with full health and your rosaries will remain. Just keep in mind that the game automatically saves the second you die, so I don't recommend closing the game immediately after death. Another way to preserve your currency is by using a Silk Eater. These little guys will retrieve your rosaries after you've died. The catch is they are pretty rare. However, if you make your way through Sinner's Road, an area right above Greymoor, you'll meet a character who produces Silk Eaters every now and then, so make sure to return to him from time to time. If you're low on rosaries, be purposeful with the enemies you hunt. Only sentient bugs, I guess, drop rosaries. They usually have clothes or weapons. If you're low on rosaries, head to the Hunter's March and take out these enemies. They are tough early on, but they drop a lot more than your average bugs. Number 6, towns. There are a handful of towns in Silksong, and each one has a shop, a fast travel point, and a quest board. We recommend returning to each town multiple times throughout your journey because shopkeepers can get new items and new wishes can populate the quest board. Typically, when a shopkeeper decides to move on, it means you've purchased everything they have to offer. There are exceptions, of course, but this guy at Bone Bottom won't leave until you've bought all of his stuff. And we recommend doing so because once you've purchased all of his stuff, he'll move to a new location with new items. Additionally, the quest board might get new quests from time to time. If you see it sparkling, it means there's a new wish to pick up. And while we're at it, here's a general reminder to exhaust all NPC dialogue whenever you meet a character. You never know what secrets they could be holding onto. Number 7, the Fracture Mask. If Silksong is too hard, there's a charm that might help you out a little bit. It's called the Fractured Mask and can be found in Hunter's March. After you've gotten the float ability, head up to this room and go through this hidden passage. Once you get to the end, you'll see an NPC selling the Fractured Mask. When equipped, you will be able to take one extra hit when you're on one mask. This only works once until you've rested at a bench though, so keep that in mind. If you'd rather save your money, you can come back in Act 2 and get the item for free if you think you can manage without it. However, I still recommend purchasing his tool as soon as you can. So there you have it, there's 7 tips for Hollow Knight Silksong. We still haven't finished the game yet, so if you have more tips, be sure to drop them in the comments below for other players. Thanks for watching.